What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Talk Movies. I'm Brad.
I'm Miguel.
And tonight is our 41st, I almost said 31st, 41st episode of our show. Welcome to the channel if it is your first time here. My name's Brad, he's Miguel, and we have a monster of a show for you tonight. We have a ton of stuff going on. We have a couple of huge channel updates. We're changing things up in a good way. We are not only announcing one, but two new shows that are coming to the channel. We have a Halloween Kills update that's kind of wild, and it's kind of crazy how it even got thrown out there. Spoiler alert. And we are also talking about the battle for Marvel Studios. The estates of Stan Lee and Steve Ditko have sued for the rights to Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and a whole bunch more Marvel characters. So this is going to be a really big show. I've been looking forward to it, and I have been planning literally up until the very last second, until we went live. So with all that being said, I am going to get these links out. Miguel, how are you doing, my man?
Doing great. Fantastic. What about you, buddy?
I'm doing good. We had a really good day today. We went to
They went pumpkin patch shopping.
We did. We went to the pumpkin patch. And
what are you, fucking 12?
Have you met? Do you see the wall behind? I'm drinking pumpkin beer right now.
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't even asked you what you're drinking. I'm drinking more of that Pumpkin Southern Tier Brewing Company right now.
Oh, cool. Guess what?
Yeah.
I'm not drinking that.
What do you?
Is that the same? Is that the same beer I tried like last week that
Yep.
both me and your wife said was subpar?
Yep.
That's fair. Well, I'm glad you're drinking that. I'm glad you like what you like.
Yeah, I do like it. Plus, I've been in a fall mood, man. We decorated our front porch. We have like the corn husks like on the beams, and we have pumpkins around, and it's awesome. Tusk, like the movie
Tusk, like the elephant tusk. You have elephant tusk on your front door.
Have you seen that Tusk movie? Were you there when we watched that?
No.
Oh.
Is it bad?
Anthony knows what I'm talking about. Our buddy. If you all have seen Tusk, you know what I mean. It is nasty. Nasty. It is gross. So, give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me get this link out here. I am sorry I am not more prepared. What?
Wait, is that the Tusk movie? Is that the dude? What does he remind me of? The actor in Tusk. Who is that?
What is his name? Isn't it John something?
Justin Long.
Justin Long. That's what it is.
I remember that dude.
Justin Long.
He was in a funny movie called Admitted, and like he makes like a fake college. It's fucking hilarious. I love it.
He makes a fake college.
Yeah, he makes a fake university. He couldn't get into any of the college he had. And he told his parents that, hey, yeah, I got into this college. And he literally just made up a college. And it literally goes to a downward spiral where he actually makes a fake college. Campus and everything. Curriculum and everything. Professors and everything. It's fucking hilarious. It's great.
That sounds very interesting. Although I will say Tusk is literally... If I explain
Tusk
this
looks
to you
like
any
a
other way,
stomach ulcer.
It is literally... And it's terrible. Like, it is the definition of a B movie.
A B movie?
Like B movie, like really, like it's kind of crappy quality and it's kind of dumb, but it's kind of supposed to be.
Yeah.
He literally is kidnapped and turned into a walrus.
I'm gonna watch it, guys.
I watched that with Anthony.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Disgusted. I'm not like real squirmish or squeamish when it comes to movies, but like that one, man, because he ends up like sewing blubber on his skin. It's nasty. Like it's really
it's not gross. It's not like a werewolf thing. Like the dude literally just like
he is kidnapped and it's like weird science experiment type deal. He is literally taken against his will and turned into a walrus.
That is so fucking weird.
It's awful. Dude, it's awful.
The fucking pictures I'm seeing right now is fucking insane.
It is It is awful, 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 awful. Art says, "Hey Brad, hey Miguel, how you guys? We are doing well, my man. How are you doing?" He also said,
We're
"Miguel, be
doing good.
careful that I might smash a pumpkin on your head."
Yeah, okay, Michael Myers. Oh, wait, I'm waiting for Michael Myers to pop back into this chat. I want to hear him
I
say
know,
that.
I know. We only have 2 people in here. What the hell's up with that?
Oh, that's
What's going
fine.
on?
They'll
Where
all
are
come
you
pretty
all?
soon.
Yeah, that's fine. By the way, please leave us a like if you are watching. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us. We're going to give it a few minutes because, like I said, we have a lot to talk about tonight. There is a lot going on. A lot of things that Miguel and I have kind of been in talks about for the last couple of weeks. Really, really even longer than that, because we've had plans and we've had things that we wanted to do on the channel that we haven't really had a place for yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Am I describing that correctly, you think, Miguel?
Yeah, you're describing it pretty correctly. I mean, in all aspects, I mean, we were trying to like create more content because we were
We are.
making I mean, we had 2 shows pretty much, but we always kept saying how we wanted to do more. We just couldn't figure out a way to
Right.
do that with, both of our schedules. So, I think we were able to kind of create something that, satisfies the wishes we want to do for you guys
Oh,
because
definitely.
we do this for our enjoyment and your enjoyment as well. So,
Yeah.
there you go.
We hop on here and look stupid, and we hope that you guys enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm
That's all.
kidding.
That's the only reason why I even log on this to just see how stupid I can look.
Yeah. That's okay. What'd you watch this week, Miguel?
I was so excited because this week because of Star Wars Visions came out and I
Mhm.
literally binge watched half of them right now.
Did it already
Not
come
really
out?
binge.
I
Yeah,
didn't
it came
realize that it
out.
was like out yet.
Yeah, it was out. And my only gripe is the fact that like they're so short and it all came out. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like with Marvel's What If, like they were like 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes at most, and they came out every week.
Right.
And I was kind of hoping for Star Wars Visions to be like that, but
I
no,
still need to finish What If.
yeah, it's getting kind of wild right now.
Yeah.
And but no, they just ended up just dropping all of them that day, last Wednesday, and all of them were like 15, maybe 20 minutes at best. And I was
Right.
kind of disappointed in that, but some of them are pretty good. The first one, oh my god, the first one like was fucking spectacular. If you guys haven't
Really.
seen it, go ahead, go to Disney Channel, go to Disney Plus, and
Disney Channel? Are we
yeah,
going back
Disney
to like
Channel.
2006? Like, what are you talking about?
I don't even know what Disney Channel fucking looks like anymore right now. I'm too scared to even check that out.
Yeah.
But let me think. Yeah, go to Disney Plus, check that out, and watch the first episode, and let me know what you guys think because it is absolutely fantastic. It's all pretty much different stories. It's an anthology series, and they're all created by famous anime production companies,
Mhm.
and there are anime studios, and yeah, and they all have like their different stories. Ha, Miguel do a live commentary cast. I would love to do that. There you go. Putting that on the book.
That we may get into doing some stuff like that.
Yeah. You just have to wait and see.
Guess you're gonna have to wait a few more minutes to find out. The Oct, what's up, my man? He says 20 days, and that we are, man. 20 days.
20 days. Is it really 20 days?
20 days.
Damn.
20 more days, and we will be sitting. Well, 21 more days, and we will be sitting in a movie theater watching
yeah,
Halloween Kills. Because
us.
we're probably gonna go on that Saturday. If I had to guess, that's probably when we're gonna.
Yeah,
we're gonna
Brad's
make it.
not a true fan. He doesn't want to go on the day of. So
Well, I do, but I have to work the next day, so
not
I
really
don't
a
want to.
fan.
I don't want to go that night. As much as I am a hardcore fan, I still get up at 5:30 a.m. So I'm not feeling that. Art says feels on reels now that it's close. Yeah, man. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, I remember when it got to I remember sitting on my couch in the living room with my wife, and we watched the teaser. When like the first footage not the first footage. The little teaser we got of JLC and Allison and Karen on the back of the truck when she's screaming "Let it burn," and we got the little like head tease that we got from Myers. That felt like I mean, that feels like an eternity ago
That
now.
feels like eons ago. Yeah,
It really does. It's weird. It feels like it's been a
and
really, really long time.
we didn't have the podcast back then, so like you didn't really like update me with
Yeah.
that. You know
I
what I mean?
know.
Like
Yeah.
you
Well,
never like whenever that thing was like delayed, you didn't really like rant to me about that.
yeah.
And I was so like seeing how much we're talking about it now. I was
Yeah.
surprised that you didn't call me that day and be like, Miguel, I need to talk to you. I mean, I would have just answered and be like, yeah, okay, what's up? And then you would have ranted to me about the
Yeah.
delay, and I would have been like, Brad, grow up. I just would have been like, Brad, grow up.
Yeah. Well, speaking of what we watched this week, I know that was kind of a weird rabbit hole that we got down from talking about that.
It was.
Julia and I's current obsession. And I actually found this show on accident. I was actually looking for, I think I was looking for a horror movie. I don't even remember what I was looking for. But about 3-4 years ago, I'm not sure when exactly the first season it premiered on Netflix. I accidentally clicked on, or it auto went to autoplay. I don't know what exactly even happened. Sex Education on Netflix. Found that show completely by accident. Binge watched the first season in 2 nights. I stayed awake and I watched it in bed for 2 nights. I loved it. Watched the second season, got my wife to watch the first season. We watched the second season together. And now there's 8 episodes and we just finished episode 7 tonight. So we have one more episode. That is such a good show, man. Have you watched Sex Education?
I saw like probably, I don't know, on and off every other episode because like how can I put this? I love you guys, by the way, but Anthony and Audra, like there was a certain point in time where they were just like on Netflix every single night.
Dude,
And
it's such a good show.
It would just be a different show every single day or something like that. And they always came back to like Sex Education. So I would sit there and watch with them. And I mean, it's a funny movie. It's a funny like TV series. I like it. I just never had the time to just sit down and watch it all.
Yeah.
Like the guy, the main character, Asa Butterfield, I guess. Yeah. Is that how you say his name?
I think it's Aja.
Aja Butterfield. Like, it's the most funniest British show
or Asia
I've seen.
Might be Asia
in a long time.
It's
pretty good.
Here's what I like about it. It's raunchy. Like I'm if you're not of age, I wouldn't check it out. It's raunchy and it's very adult, but it's got that Breakfast Club coming of age small town feel to it, but it's also extremely modern and it tackles a lot of like really, really important issues and stuff like that. Like it's freaking hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. Like, I mean, I loved it. It's become like in my top 5 favorite TV shows of all time, to be completely honest with you. I like it that much. So I'm very curious to see how this season ends. Well, maybe tomorrow, hopefully. We'll watch that tomorrow. So.
Yeah, I'll need to catch more on that because it looks interesting.
The good thing about it, Miguel, though, is there's only 7 or 8 episodes a season.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I feel like it's not more.
Like you could probably binge it in 2 or 3 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
I don't know.
I may check it out then. There is one like TV show that
That's a very good point, man. That is an extremely good point. I mean, it took us. I mean, like there are even movies that come out. Like we wanted to review Candyman. We got to Malignant. I was proud of us that we got to Malignant, but yeah, man. There's a ton. Well, there's so many streaming services now. Like there's so many different shows on so many different services. Plus, what's going on in the movie. I mean, it's just like on.
Yeah, it's literally like how can I best way to compare this? It's like you after work, you don't want to cook at home and you're just gonna go to the fast food restaurants and you're just like, well, what's there to fucking go to? Like, and there's so many options and you're just sitting there at the stoplight like, okay, if I turn left here, I got these choices.
In a deep state of depression.
If I keep going straight, I could go to these options. So I'm just like, where do I go from here? Do you guys know what I mean? Like that's where I'm getting at least. Because with all the streaming service and all the new, like I haven't even checked out Hulu. I've been meaning to just like go on Hulu.
Hulu's okay.
Out. But there is one TV show I really want to check out. It's on Apple TV, which I need to get a subscription on, I guess. Ted Lasso. You ever heard of that?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
of
with
it.
Jason Sudeikis.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I guess, what's it about? It's like it's about like a American football coach that is now had to teach like a soccer club in Europe. That sounds funny as fuck to me already. Like that general, it's just like an American having to go to Europe and deal with the culture shock, and on the other hand, teach an entirely different sport. It sounds fucking hilarious.
That is pretty
So
funny.
yeah, I need to check that out because it looks and sounds hilarious. I've seen clips of it and everything, and it looks like my type of show. I'm not gonna lie.
Definitely. Art Wishwood says, "What's your favorite fast food joint?" That's kind of a hard question.
I'm basic as fuck, so Cane's.
Cane's is good.
Yeah, Cane's, because there's no sense of wonder. You just want fast food, convenient and relatively cheap. So guess what? It's Cane's. There's no change whatsoever. You get chicken strips and fries. Wendy's is a good vibe too. Wendy's is a good vibe.
I do. I like Wendy's a lot. Art says, "Oh, I love Cane's." Everybody loves Cane's.
Wait, is Cane's
a
regional restaurant? I think it is. I don't think there's a Cane's out west. You know what I mean? I think that's more of like a southeast kind of thing. You know how like
could be.
There's not a waffle. I don't think there's a Waffle House like within the western region either, because that's like our thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what. So yesterday I had the day off. I had a doctor's appointment. I had a couple of errands I had to run. I was doing stuff, and I stopped and got lunch at Five Guys. I love.
That's not lunch. It's dinner. It's just early dinner.
No, it's not. Dude, I love
lunch ends at fucking 3, my guy.
And I had it at like 11:30.
Oh, I thought you said 5.
No.
I thought you said 5.
No.
Mike, I'm sorry, guys. I'm dumb as shit right now.
Wendy's is a solid choice. Cane's is a solid choice. Art said, I'm originally from California. Never heard of Cane's until I get. So they have it. At least they have it as far as Texas, and Texas is kind of a good middle ground of the U.S.
Because it is the middle ground of the state.
I mean, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to think the best way I can picture this, because the best way I could picture the culture shift is like across the Mississippi. Like the second you cross the Mississippi River, the culture just changes. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the best. That's the way I always say it. Whenever I hear people saying like, "Oh, I'm moving to Colorado" or "I'm moving to Texas," I'm like, "Oh, okay, you're going across the river."
Yeah. The I've never heard of Cane's before. Well,
all right, guys. Let me put you on something. Then it's pretty much just chicken strips and fries, and they have their special sauce. What else is there to love?
The sauce is what makes it. The chicken and fries it's okay.
The chicken is fried. The fries is relatively salty, so it's good enough, and the chicken is good too. And the Texas toast is absolutely fire.
The toast is good.
So it's really pretty much it's carb city. If you guys from the West, you guys hate them carbs. You guys, so you guys probably won't like Cane's. But if you're over here from the southern eastern region, we love our carbs, so we love Cane's. So that's the way we go about it.
Yeah, definitely. So let me type this real quick. My first experience with Cane's was at a Christmas house party. Art, that is very.
They do catering too.
Oh, catering! I was like, that's very interesting.
I forget, and it's the best option. Like Cane's is just useful.
Yeah.
Like if you have a party and you don't want to do the most and you don't want to spend the most, guess what? Just give everyone chicken fingers and fries. And the best option you have is Cane's. That's it.
JDead00, what's up, buddy? Taco Bell will always be my go-to at 3 a.m. Okay, here's the thing. Miguel and I have been in college before. If you have been drinking, even if you haven't been drinking, if you are a college student and you are hungry in the middle of the night, Taco Bell is the GOAT. It really is.
Taco
It's
Bell is
openly.
controversial at best for me right now because
I mean, I don't.
because they're notorious for doing this. Oh, dude, this fucking burrito, this new burrito we have is fucking awesome. It's getting a lot of people. It's getting a lot of sales. Remove it from the menu.
Yeah,
we gotta remove it. It's
Get rid of
too
it.
good. Yeah, get rid of it.
Get rid
And
of
then
it.
that's the way it goes. The day they decide to say, hey, we're gonna stop selling potatoes. Yeah, see, exactly. Taco Bell has gone downhill. Like it.
I will say,
has.
I don't remember the last time I was in a Taco Bell. I
remember.
I literally cannot remember the last time I put a taco from Taco Bell in my mouth. J Dead also says, "Hey guys, just subbed and smashed that like. Thank you so much, buddy.
Oh,
we really
man.
appreciate that. I think you just got us. You just got us to 240, my friend. Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. That is awesome, dude. We
are on the road to 300, guys.
We are.
That's our goal.
So we have 8 people in here. We're at 22 minutes in. Miguel, what do you want to tackle first? Do you want to tackle Marvel first? Do you want to? There's Mr. Myers, Miguel. There he is.
Hey,
Michael is in the chat,
Bell.
my friends. I guess you escaped the mob.
Bell. There you go.
Escaped the mob because you're back hanging out with us. So it's good to see you again. And he likes Taco Bell apparently.
Good for you, man.
Yep. See, okay, before we move on to actual serious movie news and channel updates. So, favorite thing from Taco Bell. Drop your your go-to favorite Taco Bell menu item. Drop it in the chat right now. Go. For me, it's got to be the Crunchwrap Supreme.
It's the Doritos Locos Tacos for me.
See, my brother says the same thing.
Because it's fire. It's the best thing they have. It's the best thing they've had that they have not removed. You know what I mean? Like that one has stayed consistently at Taco Bell, and I respect that. Because
Art says steak quesadilla. Quesadilla. And he corrected it to quesadilla too. Mr. Myers says nacho fries, nachos Bel Grande for me. All solid choices. The Crunchwrap. See, the Octa's with me, man. That Crunchwrap Supreme is awesome. It's really good.
What's that? Okay. Taco Bell has gone downhill, but their fucking marketing has fucking skyrocketed. They've reached a new level. Have you guys checked out? Have you guys ever caught wind of their, what is it? Is it the Crunchwrap or potato stuff? Like the potato fries are back. That
I haven't
stuff.
had any. I haven't had any of that stuff.
And then there's an animated commercial for these new meals. I don't know what they're advertising, but I just fucking love the animation so much. I'm like, dude, dog, this shit looks fire.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I didn't. And then at the end it says ding, Taco Bell. I'm like, oh, okay, this is for Taco Bell.
Cool.
Hold up. This literally triggered my memory. Guys, do you remember?
He's triggered.
Do you remember the Taco Bell Chihuahua? Do you remember the Chihuahua for Taco Bell? Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. I remember having a little Chihuahua, stuffed Chihuahua, and it was a Taco Bell Chihuahua and it had the sombrero. And you pushed it, it'd be like, Te quiero Taco Bell. Te quiero Taco Bell. I'm like, oh my God. This thing is so fucking racist, but
I'm a burger guy. That's why my go-to is Five Guys. Wendy's has good burger too. McDonald's, I'm not wild about their burgers. Big Macs are okay. I really don't eat that much fast food, to be completely honest. But I mean, I love a good burger. Man.
No, hold up.
Five Guys is my favorite burger of all time.
Hold up. Let me rant some real quick. I heard someone tell me one day, they said, because I tell them from what literally good smackdown right there. But let me say something right now. Because I remember I've never been a fan of McDonald's. Rice paper and taco dog meat.
You guys have me dying in this chat.
Oh my God.
What is Brahms, Art? I've never heard of Brahms.
Great burgers. That sounds like a Western thing. Let me just look that up real quick. Yeah, there you go. I have a collection of talking chihuahuas. Damn, Michael. Okay. I see you're not only a serial killer, but you are weird too.
Michael is a psychopath. He has a collection of talking chihuahuas. What else? What else are we gonna know?
I know, right? Please give me all of your insight, my man, because I'm curious as I get into Halloween Kills. Oh, it's Los Angeles. There you go. That's why we don't know what it is. Brahms Brahms is from Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Brahms, the first
Gotcha.
picture I saw, this Brahm thing, this Brahm burger looks like literally, it looks like a Krabby Patty. So that's probably why you love it so much, because it
Yeah.
reminds you of SpongeBob, which I would do that too.
Yeah. When we went to, you guys know I'm a huge Green Day fan. When my cousin and my brother and I, we went and saw Green Day in Atlanta, outside of Truist Park, where the Atlanta Braves play. And we were gonna go when we got there. We were gonna go eat it. There's a Wahlburgers right there on the corner, and we were gonna go eat there. But I think between the Green Day crowd plus people, it was like 5:30, so people were like getting off of work and stuff. So like we were. I mean, it was like a 55-minute wait or something like that, and we were like, we need to go. So we went and ate
A Wahlburger.
Wahlburger. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's.
Oh
His
yeah,
burger joint, which
I've
is a
been meaning-
chain. I mean, it's not like it's a local thing, but I've never eaten at one.
Yeah, literally, Mark Wahlberg is probably the most fucking. I don't understand his logic sometimes. I heard in an interview that he bought a truck dealership in like the most random spot. I think it's in Ohio. He bought a truck dealership and he runs that. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here, Mark? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you're a businessman, but for fuck's sake, you're selling burgers.
The only good thing about McDonald's is you know what you're getting every time. They're consistent AF in their mediocrity. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
it's
No,
true,
hold on.
though.
Hold
It's
on.
kind of true though.
Yeah, you reminded me of what I was gonna say. I've never been like a fan of McDonald's. Probably their breakfast, I guess, because it's regular old shit. But then someone hit me with some hard shit, and he was like, "Look, man, you don't like McDonald's because you grew up and you have some money, you can buy stuff outside of McDonald's. But back then, when you were broke, all you had was McDonald's." I said, "No. Listen to this. I would literally eat ramen in my house before I went to McDonald's. I would
didn't
gather
want
as much
McDonald's.
coins. I would gather all the fucking change. I would gather all the fucking change in my fucking car just so I could go to a Wendy's and afford their burgers over at McDonald's." I said, "Calm down with your saltiness, my guy. I'm sorry you had to defend Ronald McDonald." So yeah, I got slightly insulted by that comment because I was like, I've never been a fan of McDonald's. I don't really like McDonald's all that much, and it's not like my go-to place. It's not the first thing I think of, and it's definitely
Yeah.
not the last. So yeah,
That's fair.
I'm sorry, McDonald's. I'm sorry, you guys can't sponsor me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know what
Okay.
Whataburgers is.
Art, I just made me think of it. Have you guys ever heard of Whataburger? Yes, I have
Yeah.
heard of Whataburger. Because let's take a trip down memory lane. 4 years ago, Miguel and I went on a trip with a couple buddies to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
We drove from central Kentucky to New Orleans in a night. On the way
In a
back,
night.
instead of we were tired, we're just like, let's go back. On the way home, Miguel made it his personal journey to find a Whataburger. We drove 2.5 hours out of the way so that Miguel could, for the sole purpose of Miguel finding a friggin' Whataburger. Yes, I know what Whataburger is. I was like, oh my God, let's go home. Like, why are we, it's a burger. Let's stop at a Wendy's and let's go home. We were in Louisiana and Alabama going like across state lines just to eat a burger. I was like, and what did we eat at? Did we find
ate some
one?
like we ate what?
Did we even find one? I felt like we ate
Yeah, we
somewhere
did.
else.
We found a Whataburger and it was like
I don't even know where it
it was
was.
at like a random like bypass exit. It was like because we were driving and then you know how like the signs when you're on the interstate it's just like foods on this exit, and I saw like the www. I was like, oh fuck, there it is. I told my friend who was driving. I said, Jarrell, you gotta take the exit now. There it is, guys. And oh my God, I look like a kid. I look like a kid at a candy store.
I'm not exaggerating when I say we drove across at least 3 state lines for 2.5 hours trying to find a burger.
We did. And guess what? It was good.
It was fine.
It was good.
Yeah. Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. I liked it for what it was. It was just a greasy burger. And I love good greasy burgers. See, that's the thing. If you're going to a fast food place, it has to be a greasy burger. Unlike McDonald's, which is just a fucking dry ass half meat burger patty that's like paper thin. You know what I mean? Like you really open it up and there's no sense of grease coming from that burger. And that
isn't that a good thing though?
Huh? No, it's not. I would much rather.
I mean, if you're
know,
eating McDonald's, it's
I would
healthier,
much
though.
rather know that I'm eating grease and slop than eat something that looks like cardboard. Something that was literally taken to space in McDonald's. That they literally took fries and they set it out for years and it still looked the same.
Yeah,
What does that say about them?
yeah.
I'm just saying. That's why I never vibe with
That's fair.
McDonald's, because I don't want chewed up plastic in my body. Which, I'm sorry, I did that as a kid. So I mean, my
That's
brain
fair.
cells.
Happy Meals were a religious experience.
It was, and yeah, it was. That's the only reason why I wanted it. Like, you remember back when? When like McDonald's had they had some dope ass toys. Like,
Oh yeah.
like you really wanted McDonald's just
Well,
for the
here's the
toys.
thing though.
Now
toys
all you get is like bobbleheads,
they're
fucking
not
dioramas,
really, they're
plastic
not really
shit.
toys.
Yeah, they're not toys. So yeah, I feel sorry for these kids nowadays because they're not going to experience the fucking religious experience people would have just to get a toy from McDonald's.
Definitely.
And it would be a toy that you could literally find in like one of those coin slot things. You know what I mean? Like you put like a dollar in coins and you get whatever you get. That's literally what it was.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna switch gears, I think. So, Miguel, I say we'll get to movie news last. Talking about Marvel and Halloween Kills. I am super excited for the updates on our channel and what we got going on here. So, as I said before, we have not only one, but two brand new shows that are coming on their way to the channel. In addition to this show, in addition to Let's Talk Movies, we have two more shows that are coming. And we are super excited about them. J Dead says, done with the food chat. Yeah. That we just talked about fast food for 20 minutes. I hope you know that.
That's perfectly fine. That's great content.
It's great content. Great content. So let's take a trip down memory lane. So December of 2020. The year of the Dark Lord.
Okay, December 2020.
So we at Disney Investor Day, when that happened, and all of the Marvel updates dropped, Miguel, I texted him and I was like, dude, we got to do something. So this podcast was born in December of 2020. We had no idea what we were doing.
No idea.
I did it. Had no idea.
Please, guys, check out if you want to fucking roll over the floor and see how far we came. Check out our very first video. Check out our template. Check out where we are. Check out the video quality, and you'll fucking die laughing because. Dang.
But so the point of me saying that was we originally had a topic, like one topic per episode that we wanted to discuss. We had our we were talking the Spider-Verse, we were talking Disney Investor Day, we talked our predictions for Godzilla versus Kong, the future of the movie theater. What else am I? Our top 10 movie. Like we did a whole bunch of things like that. Art says he will, and he's going to comment.
Oh, please do. I can't wait.
I'm really embarrassed that I'm kind of embarrassed that those are even still on YouTube, but we're going to.
We're going to keep them on.
And then after our 10th episode or so, last of that series.
Yeah, it was like really was like our 10th episode because we did a big thing where we did our first live Q&A on our 10th episode. You see how fucking confident we were?
I live for cringy early.
Yeah,
well, you're gonna find it. I'll tell you that.
I tell you what, man. When the beginning of this, we were pretty fucking confident. Like on our 10th episode, me and Brad looked at me. He says, "Hey, we should do a live Q&A." And I said,
"It was on Instagram, though. We were on here and we were on Instagram live like at the same time. So it was.
But we did do a live show.
We did.
Technically,
we did. So around that time, we started wanting to talk about movie news, and that was kind of the next point in the Let's Talk Movies evolution. We were starting to find it hard to talk about our main topic plus the week's movie news because we had one episode. It was like almost 3 hours long, and by the end of it, we were like, "Bye." Like we were done. Yeah, and it was just really hard to balance that. So we created Let's Talk Movie News. And Let's Talk Movie News was great. It was some of the most fun episodes we've ever done, I think, were on Let's Talk Movie News. And it was before we were going live and before we were doing things like that. But it is time for Let's Talk Movie News to go away. It served its purpose,
R.I.P.
but it's going to retire.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Let's Talk Movie News. It is going to retire. So our first big announcement, our first channel update, the first thing that we have coming to the show is we are going to officially make the switch to Let's Talk Movies Live. We are going to switch to live shows. I think you all have enjoyed that. I think that we have really enjoyed that. We've enjoyed getting ready or being able to talk to you guys live and, for lack of a better word, in person, rather than responding to comments, which we still do. I mean, we still post standalone videos and we still post standalone content, and we'll break up these videos into smaller clips and post them throughout the week and stuff. But scheduling wise, for a lot of different reasons, I think switching to Let's Talk Movies Live is going to be a really, really good move for us, and we're really, really excited about that. As you saw in that little overlay picture right there, we will still do Mondays and Fridays, and if we have to switch a day around somewhere in there, so be it. You probably will still get the occasional pre-recorded episode, just if we can't, if we can't make a live stream work that night, you probably will get a pre-recorded episode. But in case you missed it, we are officially going to make the switch to Let's Talk Movies Live. The main show, really all of our shows, including the other two shows that we're about to announce, will be in a live format. So we are switching to live. So Miguel, anything you have to add about Let's Talk Movies Live?
I want you guys to know right now that it's going to be Let's Talk Movie Live, meaning there's going to be a lot of shit that we don't like, because let's be honest, Brad's time, whenever he did pre-recorded stuff, there's a lot of shit that we definitely had to edit out because of the stuff we've said. So just be prepared. There's gonna be some probably offensive.
A lot of that is saved in a blooper video somewhere.
Yeah, which you'll
get a blooper video someday.
Yeah, we'll get a blooper sizzle reel pretty soon. But just be aware it's gonna be live, so a lot of shit could happen at any moment in time. That's what makes it enjoyable.
It's gonna get crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Clark Griswold, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
This is crazy. Yeah, exactly.
J Dead says nice live streams are the way to go. Yeah, I don't know why I was afraid to do it. I don't know why I was like, no, we don't want to do live. We don't want to do live. We're not going to get enough people, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, you know what? This is easy. Like, this is like, I click go, we do the episode, we hang out with you guys for 2 hours or so, and then we're done. So, if Michael Myers approves it, then what else do we need?
Exactly. Michael Myers approves, we're good.
He's like a whole half of our show.
He really is.
Yeah. That's what makes live awesome, unedited and raw.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, very true.
So that's the first kind of big announcement is we are switching to Let's Talk Movies Live. Secondly, the second show that we are going to introduce, and let me backtrack a little bit here. We are keeping the same day and time. So we will always be live Monday, Friday. And again, if we have to change one of those, so be it. But we want to keep those same days. And we were trying to figure out, as you guys know, I'm a teacher. Miguel is a pilot in training. He runs a business. Like, we're busy. And that really got to be the problem with the pre-recorded videos is I was like, holy crap, like I don't have time to edit this. I mean, there were a few weeks in there that we had no content drop at all, like zip, nada, nothing drop in the week. And I remember texting you, Miguel, and I was like, I feel like I'm letting I'm letting me down, I'm letting you down, I'm letting our fans down and our listeners and our viewers. Like it was tough. But we were busy. We had a lot going on. I mean, if, as I said, last time or last show, if you know a teacher or a doctor or anybody like that, buy them a drink because they deserve it. Like
in the school,
not in the school,
in the school,
not in the
do it. Like give them a lunchbox and just inside it, just a 6-pack of Natty Light. That's fucking perfect. That's all I could do.
No.
Like, yeah, gift baskets, man.
Yeah. Myers.
You guys will transcend me. Oh yeah,
evil ties tonight.
Transcend with me.
We will transcend with you. This show is transcending.
Michael, can you teach me how you like fucking levitate 6 feet in the air? I've been trying because I've been wondering that. Like
What?
your boy wants to just levitate 6 feet in the air. Can you teach me how to
When
do
has
that?
Michael ever levitated 6 feet in the air?
In the fucking trailer and Halloween Kills, whenever he like it shows Michael Myers just like behind the SUV and he just fucking jumps
Oh,
when he fucking just levitates
he
on top
really
of the
doesn't
fucking
jump.
SUV.
He really doesn't jump. He just goes like,
Yeah, it's
and then
like
he's suddenly
you
like
see
there.
Michael's face and then swoop. I was like, yo, dog.
So,
That wire trick they did on him.
yeah, definitely. All right, so second show. This is show number 2 for the Let's Talk Movies YouTube channel. The second show, one thing that we've missed and that we've talked about wanting to do a lot since we started this is commentaries. Sitting down, watching a movie together, talking about the movie as we're watching it rather than reviewing it afterwards or talking about it in like a discussion episode, something like that. So we have found a way. Once or twice a month, you are going to get Let's Watch Movies instead of Let's Talk Movies. So we are going to sit down with you all live on an episode, and we are going to watch a movie. Now, you will have to have your own copy because obviously we can't show the movie on here or else we'll get that crazy copyright strike because that's extremely illegal. So yeah, we're going to take some time once or twice a month. We'll replace that Friday show most likely. Mondays are set. Mondays will usually always be new episodes of Let's Talk Movies of the main show. Friday is where we're going to switch it up and we're going to do new things now and again. Fridays might be another episode of Let's Talk Movies. Fridays might be an episode of Let's Watch Movies, or it might be an episode of our new show, which we're about to announce and we're super stoked about. So we will actually sit down with you all. We'll pause it at 0 minutes, 0 seconds, or we'll press play at the same time. We'll do something, and we will have that time to sit there and we will watch movies with you guys, and that's going to be dope. So we actually have two commentaries. We did Rob Zombies 1 and 2, right? Is that the only 2 we've ever done?
It's the only 2 we've done, man.
We wanted to do a whole. Originally, our original intention was to do a whole series of commentaries, but of course that never happened. So the only 2 commentaries pre-recorded that we have are Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2, and that was from when an early episode from when we discussed Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. J Dead says my mom's a teacher, stressful job. Yeah, man. I love it. I love my job. I love what I do. I love teaching kids and trying to help people, but it is a crazy job right now. He also says, hell yeah, do that. Mr. Myers says, hell yeah, do that. And J Dead says, yes, live watch alongs rock. And that's gonna be a fun time. We're gonna have a really good time with that, I think. So
yeah, I agree because I mean I love horror movies mainly for like a comedic aspect because it's just great to see idiots be idiots in these movies.
Well, and let me also say Let's Watch Movies will be anything. It won't be horror specific. It won't be genre specific. I mean, we might watch a horror movie one day, an MCU movie another day, an old 80s, 70s, 80s action movie one day. I'm sure we'll watch some of the King Kong and Godzilla stuff.
Oh,
I mean, like Kong 05, Godzilla 1998 or 99, whatever year that was. Like, I mean, that stuff, we've wanted to do commentaries for that stuff for a really long time.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we're going to do a whole bunch of different commentaries for a whole bunch of different things. And we're going to watch it live with you guys right on the show. So it's going to be a really good time. We're excited for that.
It's going to be a grand old time. And Definitely. I can't wait, guys.
Definitely. Now, if you're a horror fan, you're about to be really excited. I'm really excited.
Okay.
I think you're really excited, Miguel, too.
I'm really excited, as you can see.
As you can see. This is going to be really cool. So one of the things that I've missed is watching a lot of movies because as you guys can kind of see if I move my mic, I have a whole shelf of horror movies back there. And Miguel, I think you were never that big of a horror guy, but I think at least after doing this show, you've kind of gotten an appreciation for it, wouldn't you say?
I have gotten appreciation for horror. That is correct. I've not really been a fan of horror movies, but since doing this podcast and having to watch a lot of horror just so I can at least know what the fuck I'm talking about, I've gained an appreciation for them.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of good horror movies I like. So there you go. Congrats,
Yeah.
Brad. You converted me.
I have converted you. So one of the things that I've missed was talking about those horror movies, and I mean classic horror movies. Talking about all the Nightmare on Elm Streets, the Halloweens, the Romero zombie films, stuff like that. I mean, you know, all of that stuff. We have been. I've missed talking about that because a lot of what we talk about on Let's Talk Movies is current movie news. It's current things that are going on. It's current horror. Halloween Kills. Good Lord, I'm almost. I love Halloween Kills, and I am hype. But to be completely honest, I'm almost to the point where I'm like, okay, let's review it and be done, and then like we'll shift and we'll do something else. So yeah, Indie Phantom, what's going on, my man? Just saying a quick hello, guys. Got to work today, so I'll have to catch most of the stream later. Good to see you, man. Glad you got.
Always
to
a pleasure
by.
to see you, my man.
For sure. J-Dead says, I'm into all genres of movies. Horror's top tier. Definitely. Horror is definitely top shelf genres. As you guys know, we're big Marvel people too. So, I mean, we'll definitely get some superhero stuff, Godzilla and Kong. I mean, there's going to be a whole bunch of different stuff for that Let's Watch Movies show. So this other show, this last show that we're going to announce, the third show that we've got going on for the channel, really has kind of become a thing over the last couple weeks. We've had the idea, and I actually have put together a little something to reveal this to you guys because we are really excited. This is probably going to be our, I mean, obviously, Let's Talk Movies is going to be our main focus. This show is going to stay exactly what it is. But once or twice a month, you are going to get this show. So without further ado, I'm going to let this video play. And Miguel, you haven't even gotten to see this yet.
I was going to say, I haven't seen it, so I'm watching it with you guys.
So we want to break this to you guys. We'll see you in a minute.
Eyes was purely and simply evil.
Purely and simply evil. is the third show coming to the channel.
Look at this dude's face. He's so fucking hyped that he's able to show that to us.
I also want you to know I finished that literally. I am not joking. Literally about 6 minutes before we went live.
That's fucking hilarious.
So let me explain that a little bit. So as I said, let's talk movies. This main show is still our main focus. But we wanted a show where we could go back and explore some of those old horror films. We wanted to go back and check out some of those old things that some of the things Miguel has never seen, some of those old horror classics that I haven't gotten to watch in a while. And Purely and Simply Evil is going to be the show where we can do that. We will take an entire episode and we will just talk about, we'll pick maybe one horror film, an episode. That's where we're going to go. We're going to talk about all the Halloweens. We'll talk about the Friday the 13th, the Nightmares, the Romero films. I mean, all of those classic horror films. And we're super excited for that. That's going to be a really good time. The Slaughtered Lamb Movie Podcast is in the house right now. Darren and Frank, welcome, guys. So good to have you on. Mr. Myers says that was epic. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That was a cool. I was
mainly because he was in like half of it. Okay, no.
Oh yeah, Mr. You were in it a couple times. Well, he was in it once. Loomis was in it a few times.
Yeah. How'd that make you feel? Knowing that
make
Loomis got more airtime than you.
Darren says, "Is it cold where you are, Miguel?"
Yeah, the windows is open, guys. I'm sorry.
It actually is. We're in Kentucky, and it's actually getting a little chilly.
It is.
We got our pumpkins and stuff out today. We went to the my wife and I went to the pumpkin patch, and we were hanging out. So
it's sweater weather, man. Or
it is.
It's getting
to be. It's finally getting
case.
to be sweaty weather. Sweaty weather. Sweater.
This man. Well, he's
sweater weather.
Perpetually sweaty.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Slaughtered Lamb boys, I'm sure my man was sweating buckets whenever he did that questionnaire thing.
Why? Because I sucked.
Yeah.
I did terribly. I did absolutely awful with that, man. That was fun though. I thank you guys so much. If you're still watching, thanks so much for having me on that. That was a good time, even though I got like 4 out of 10. I did terribly, but it's okay. So yeah, guys, let me go back to that picture here. So Purely and Simply Evil, this is our third show. You will get this show probably once or twice a month. And like I said, we are going to just talk horror. We're going to go and check out one horror movie an episode. We may even watch it with you live on air. We'll talk about it. We'll review old horror films, revisit them, and that's going to be our space where we can do that together. And hopefully I can introduce Miguel to a couple of different films that he's never seen. Actually, a lot, because there's a lot of horror films you've never seen. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we've been talking about wanting to do a watch along of Return of the Living Dead for a while, stuff like that. I mean, it's going to be awesome. So we're super excited about all of the things coming to the channel. Slaughtered Lamb says it was very gracious of you to join. We loved having you on our show. Thanks so much, man. We got to get you guys on here at some point. So, and we want to start doing that too. We want to start kind of collaborating and getting other people on the show too, and doing a couple more interviews and things like that. So we're getting there, man. We're starting to evolve a little bit more. There's that evolve.
Word
that Miguel loves.
Transcending, yeah.
The evolve word.
If you guys want us to collab with another podcast or YouTube, just make a comment down below and just let us know which one you want, and we'll see if we can reach out to them, because we want to collab with other people. Like Brad says, I mean, we want a community where we talk about movies just in general, no matter the genre.
That was the goal of this whole thing.
Yeah, just let us know what other before he pops that bottle. Just let us know who you want us to collab with, and we'll see what we can do, guys, because we love doing that.
Definitely. Faux show. So let's do this. So speaking of horror, one more thing we wanted to announce. That's so sweet of you guys. We'd been honored to collaborate with you guys. Darren, I'll reach out to you one of these days. Maybe a couple weeks, but we'll definitely have you guys on, or we'll work something out. So that'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool. More pumpkin beer for Brad. Actually, I'm completely switching gears. I've had these in the fridge for like 2 months, and I need to get rid of them. This is a vanilla porter.
Do you know how fucking disgusting that is to mix different types of beer. Like
No,
it's like
not.
it's
No, it's
yeah,
not.
it messes with your palate. Do you not understand
You
that?
don't know what
It's
the
like
hell
when
you're
you
talking about.
get a flight, like the first thing you I guess the last thing you need to drink is like a dark stout beer because that fucks with your palate the entire time.
I mean, I have water, so I'm at least like cleansing my palate. At least I'm not like going like I'm not like switching back and forth. That's gross. If you're just like switching back and forth like repeatedly, that's nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too much
But-
cross contamination, my guy.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. All right, last big announcement. I think Miguel, am I forgetting anything? I don't think I am.
Don't know.
I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I think that was everything. Last big announcement of the night, and this is going to be really cool too. We've talked about doing this for probably about a month, and we're waiting on a few final details. But next Saturday on October 2nd, we are calling all Halloween fans. We are going to do a live watch along. The reason that you saw 10/2/21 at the end of the Purely and Simply Evil trailer is because next Saturday will be the first official episode of Purely and Simply Evil, where we are going to not only watch Halloween 1978 live with you, but we are also going to watch Halloween 2018 live with you guys on the show. 2 movies in one night. That is going to be 4 epic hours or more with you guys. We wanted to do that leading up to Halloween Kills. We couldn't do it the next weekend, so we're doing both movies on one night, which is going to be sweet. So be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram as well, because I am definitely going to we're going to start promoting the crap out of this thing on Twitter and Instagram. So be sure to share it. It's going to be a really good time. We're going to try to get as many people on that stream as we can to just sit down and watch both movies back to back leading up to Halloween Kills with you guys. So that's going to be a really cool time.
That's going to be a grand old time. I can't wait. I want you guys to join me as we watch these movies because I'm always down for a good laugh. I'm sorry if that sounded messed up for you
What?
horror fans.
What the hell are you talking about? You're down for a good laugh.
Well, I mean, you know, horror movies supposed to be like kind of scary and interesting, but nah, dog, I love watching those things now because they just make me laugh.
I actually see, Miguel, the other reason I'm excited for this horror show is because you're not quite as big of a horror fan as I am, but I feel like you're interested in it enough, and I think we're actually going to have a really good time visiting some of these classic horror films. Like, I think like your Return of the Living Deads, some of those deep Friday the 13th sequels, like it's got that 80s nostalgia, but it's kind of funny, but it's also blood and gore and guts at the same time. Like, I think it's going to be a really good time. So
yeah, I agree with that. It's going to be a grand old time, and I can't wait.
It's going to be a really good time. So let me catch up on these chats real quick. Brad likes it sweet. I do like it sweet. Mr. Myers says, let's do it. Art says, that's awesome. I'm there. You're going to have like 5,000 people in your chat. It's going to be fun. Dude, that's the goal. The more, I don't mean in viewership, but I mean, if we can get more people, like as many people as we can get on this stream to do that, that will be great. So we're super excited about that watch along. We've wanted to do that for a while. And tonight was the perfect time to announce that. Jay Dead says, sorry, my boss walked in acting like I'm supposed to be working or something. What did I miss? You're not supposed to be working. You're right where you're supposed to be, hanging out with us. Entertainment TV, what's going on, man? Yeah, don't get fired. I'm
get fired.
Completely kidding. Don't get fired. So this is going to be a good time, man. Have you guys seen Night of the Animated Dead? I have not. Is it out yet? I knew they were doing it because if you don't know, I'm a huge zombie fan. I'm a huge horror fan, or that subgenre, the zombie subgenre of horror. I'm a big zombie guy. So I saw that they were doing that. Miguel, if you don't know, they're doing an animated reboot of Night of the Living Dead, which is very interesting. Like, I wonder why they chose to go the animated route. But it'll be cool though.
It looks like it came out.
Did it really?
Yeah,
I need to check that out.
All right, cool. We're gonna do a watch along with that, guys. So stay tuned.
See, there you go.
On Google Play, Apple TV, Vudu. Fucking hell, there's another streaming service I completely forgot about.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, cool. Yeah, we'll go for that.
Dude, you know it would be fun. Darren, if you're still in the chat, man, I know a big inspiration for Frank and Darren with the Slaughtered Lamb was An American Werewolf in London. That would be fun to do a watch along with Frank and Darren of An American Werewolf in London, because when was that? I've never seen An American Werewolf in London, and Miguel, you haven't either. But
No,
I've heard
not.
it's freaking crazy. I mean, it's one of the most talked about horror films of all time. So, and I actually own it, so that would be fun. That'd be a good time if we could watch that with them. That'd be pretty cool.
That would.
John M says it's out on streaming, only 70 minutes long, and the brutal kills are great with the nostalgic second animation. That's cool, man. That's cool. I definitely need to check that out. I love all that stuff. So, if you're just joining us, next Saturday we will have a live Halloween 1978 and Halloween 2018 watch along here on our channel. It'll be next Saturday. I'm not sure what time yet. We will get back to you guys with a time. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram if you have not already, because that is where we will probably be announcing what time. And like I said, we're going to promote the absolute shit out of that
Dog
for the
shit
next
out
few
of it.
weeks. So be prepared, because that's going to be a wild time. Bring booze and bring Nevermind.
What?
I'm kidding.
What?
The Slaughtered Lamb says we're great. We're game, Brad. The movie is awesome, and it's our reason. It's the reason our channel is named The Slaughtered Lamb. It's the name of the British pub in the movie. Yeah, I've heard you guys talk about that before. But I don't know. It's one of those films I've never seen it, which is oddly enough, because I mean it's so popular, but I've never gotten around to watching it. So, and I have the Arrow, I think it's the Arrow video edition of that film, the Blu-ray.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's the company that that did the Blu-ray copy that I got on Amazon. So yeah, that'd be a good time, man. So we'll definitely be in touch about that. Entertainment TV says, how much do you think Venom 2 will make this weekend coming up?
Ooh, that is
I
a
don't
good
know.
question,
I don't know.
because I don't know the number to Venom 1. You know what I mean?
Let's see. Venom. Venom box office. Holy shit. It made $856.1 million in the US. Holy crap.
I would say it would probably make about that,
I didn't
but
know it.
less. You know what I mean?
I don't think it'll make that. With the pandemic going on, I
That's the
sincerely
main
doubt it's
reason
gonna-
why. Also, because it's the most anticipated one in regards to like Spider-Man, along with the Sinister
I mean,
Six.
that's fair.
People
That's
want to
fair. I
see.
don't know.
People want to see Carnage. We've been wanting to see Carnage since fucking 2004. So, you know what I mean? Like, we've been begging to see a live action Carnage. So, we're going to get it.
Yeah, Venom 850 million, an opening weekend of 80 million. So, that's pretty crazy, man. Darren, yeah, it is the Arrow video. Now that I think about it, that's the Blu-ray copy I have. And he also says I have to duck out of the Venom chat. Yeah, you guys aren't really Marvel people, are you? So,
Oh, they're not? Oh, so they're
No.
primarily horror.
Yeah, primarily.
Okay, cool.
More of that 80s action, which is dope, man.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you guys haven't checked out the Slaughtered Lamb movie podcast on YouTube and all the podcast platforms, you guys are doing yourself a disservice. You need to seriously check them out. The stuff that Frank and Darren do is incredible. It's really, really great.
I would love to talk to you guys. I'm not gonna lie, because again, very
you didn't get to meet him.
Yeah, very novice in the 80s horror genre. So I would love to know more
But
about
we're
it.
gonna change that.
We are
Because
gonna change
again, if you're just joining us, our new show. I'm gonna keep putting the shit up all the time. Our new show coming to the channel, Purely and Simply Evil. We're gonna talk nothing but horror, and of course, we'll still talk horror here. We'll still talk about horror stuff on the main show. But we again, as we kind of move out of the update portion of things, we I don't know, we wanted to vary it. We wanted to switch it up. We wanted to be able to do things that we haven't gotten to do. And this is going to be we had to think about it for a while and kind of roll it around in the back of our head. And we finally found the perfect way of doing it. Darren, holy shit, dude. He said it's not that we're not Marvel people. I work for Sony Pictures. That's the issue. I had no idea you
Oh
worked for
shit!
Sony,
Really?
dude. I had no idea. That's awesome. That's pretty cool,
Damn.
man. Halloween Kills will be lucky if they make 60 million on its opening weekend epically on streaming. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I would love for Halloween Kills to destroy that weekend of the 15th. But I don't think that it's going to happen. I think everything going on with COVID and with the pandemic and the state of life and in the world. I mean, and it's not just the US. I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, it's every country everywhere is having their own problems with COVID, their own political problems. I mean, it's just it's endless. So I think there's a lot of people that are still kind of leery about going to the movie theater. So we'll see. Alrighty, so let's move on here, Miguel, to some movie news. We're about an hour into the show.
Fuck.
As I take a sip of my black ass coffee beer.
Hey
That
man,
is black.
if you guys like black dark beer, drop a thumbs up in the comments because
Definitely.
dog, that's where it's at.
Yeah. Darren says Halloween Kills 25 to 30 mil opening weekend. Yeah, I would agree with that.
If
Yeah.
I was a betting man, yes.
Yeah, I would say that's probably true. I know there's I've seen some crazy predictions. Like,
Yeah, I saw an article this morning about the potential box office numbers for Halloween Kills. I didn't get to see the number because this is the worst thing I fucking hate. It's literally like there's an article and it says the title and it's like, oh, that's interesting, but then it's like fucking 4 or 5 scrolls of just fluff until you get the number. You know what I mean?
is that on? That's like
Fucking bad.
which one does that a lot? Is it? It's not Screen Rant, is it?
I
There's
mean,
one of
it
the.
comes
There's
with the
one of
title.
those. There's one of those that is just like. I mean, it's like, holy crap! Get to the new stuff. Like, if they have an article about Halloween Kills, it's like, here's what happened in the original movie. Here's what happened in 2018. Here's how they made 2018. Here's how Halloween Kills is going to be the sequel. Then there's the news. It's like, oh my god, I had to scroll for like 10 minutes just to get to like what's going on. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Which I'm okay with. Look, you gotta say your shit, but for God's sakes, can you do like a footnote somewhere, just so you can help me out here, guys?
Definitely. All right, so let's.
Because shit, I can't read. No, kidding.
You're gonna make me choke.
Oh, choke
my
daddy.
god. But I think if Halloween Kills wasn't on Peacock, it would have been around 55, 65.
Oh god, that is true.
70 mil.
I think it's.
I don't.
I think the streaming service may affect the numbers. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if that's true. If it hits 60 mil, y'all owe me a movie.
Fuck yes, I will.
Okay,
wait.
I'll do
Yeah,
it. Sure.
yeah,
Why not?
yeah. I will.
Sure.
I will 100% agree to that bet.
Hit us up. We definitely will, for sure. Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about some movie news. So, if you guys haven't seen, there are some pretty big lawsuits that are being thrown around in Hollywood with the likes of Marvel Studios right now. Obviously,
there's some school ground fights going on right now.
There are
there's
some pretty big school ground fights. It's like fights between staff. So as you guys know, Stan Lee passed away a few years ago. The man was a legend. Again, Stan Lee. I mean, what more do you say about him?
man.
Did Steve Ditko die before Stan, Miguel? Do you remember?
Yes.
Okay, so it was before.
If I'm not mistaken, you know what I mean?
Okay. Well, if you guys don't know, the estates of Stan Lee and Steve Ditko and a few others actually have sued Marvel Studios and Disney and Sony for the rights back to their characters, particularly with Iron Man, with Spider-Man, I know Doctor Strange is in there too. Like, good Lord. And there's a lot of people on social media and on YouTube that are like, this is the end of the MCU. It's been a good ride. I mean, it's just like, it's been, people are freaking out thinking that this is going to be the end of the MCU. It is not going to be the end of the MCU. Let me say that again. This
Calm
will
down.
not
Yes.
be the end of the MCU. There are so many dollar signs that are attributed to the MCU. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
There's
And-
no way that they would ever let this happen.
And also, it's not necessarily like the rights go back to them. It's at the end of the day, depending on if, the state wins. Very true. But if the state wins, all it means is that they get a certain percentage they get a higher percentage of the commission or the money that comes from these characters, because it was mainly dropped on Disney because they took the stakes. Because back when Disney bought Marvel wasn't doing pretty good. They were making subpar movies and they were going bankrupt. So that's the reason why Sony and all these other companies, movie studios, have different types of characters, because they were just auctioning them off to different studios because they needed to regain some sense of revenue from going to bankrupt. So
yeah, I mean,
that's
Marvel
the main reason why they have that amount of percentage of ownership, because I mean they didn't have much. But now, which is kind of shitty at the same time, which now, since Marvel is doing so great and they're at the end of the contract, I think, if I'm thinking about this correctly, they're at the end of the contract, so obviously they want their percentage back. They want some of the percentage back. So that's where this lawsuit is going into play. And it's an interesting one, because it's not the fact that it's not the fact that we could lose these movies come in the near future. We're probably not going to, but it may change the whole cinematic universe to some degree. Because if you guys don't know, there's a couple of people out there talking about this already. And if you guys haven't, I'm sorry if I don't know your guys' name, but they mentioned the lawsuit of Superboy. Which, if you guys don't know about the lawsuit between Superboy, there is some big lawsuit going on with DC, and part of it was over Superboy. So what ended up happening was Superboy was not. They ended up trying to kill off Superboy, but instead they ended up switching Superboy. They started changing his name, changing his aesthetics, changing his image to the point where they can use Superboy and still have Superboy within that universe, but the ownership is still a part of whoever won that lawsuit. Again, I don't know the names and the sides that was in it, but that's the general gist of what happened. Nothing happened. Nothing was dramatically changed to Superboy other than like maybe looks, appearance, and okay, that sounds like a lot, but it wasn't.
Nothing changed about Superboy except Superboy.
Yeah, but you guys could tell Superboy. I'm just saying.
Darren says Conjuring 3 did 24 million whilst debuting on HBO. Halloween Kills will most likely do a similar number with its simultaneous Peacock release. I would agree with that. I think it'll be somewhere between that 20-30 million opening weekend.
You're talking about you're talking about the new Conjuring?
Yes. Is that the most recent one? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not caught up on the Conjuring thing either. That they're kind of, I don't know. I was never big on the Conjuring series. Never really did it for me. So let's check out this article. That's not what I wanted to do. Go away. Let's check out this article. This was on the Hollywood Reporter. Marvel suing to keep rights to Avengers characters from copyright termination. You get a lawsuit, and you get a lawsuit, and you get a lawsuit. Everybody gets a lawsuit. Everybody gets a new suit filed against them. Disney's Marvel unit is suing to hold on to fulfill control of Avengers characters, including Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Falcon, Thor, and others. The complaints, which the Hollywood Reporter has obtained, come against the heirs of some late comic book geniuses, including Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, and Gene Colan. The suits seek declaratory relief that these blockbuster characters are ineligible for copyright termination as works made for hire. If Marvel loses, Disney would have to share ownership of characters worth billions. So this isn't necessarily, this is why people need to chill. This is not to take the rights away from Disney. Their argument is that the heirs, Stan Lee's children and grandchildren, and Steve Ditko's children and grandchildren and families, are not getting enough money. They're saying they're not getting enough financial compensation for how Disney and Sony are using these characters. Don M says, luckily the artist creations were works made for hire by Marvel. Yes, and that's what we were going to get into in a minute. Marvel owns them in perpetuity, and the artist can't reclaim rights in them under the Copyright Act. This is settled law. Absolutely, man. 100%. According to the termination notice, Marvel would have to give up Ditko's rights to its iconic character in June 2023, and that's meaning Spider-Man, because famously Steve Ditko is the creator of Spider-Man. Marvel is facing other termination notices. For example, Larry Lieber, who worked at Marvel as a writer too, filed termination notices over creations in May. The heirs of the comic book creators, including Black Widow creator Don Rico, are being represented by Mike Toberoff? I don't know. Who once famously represented Superman creators Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster in an unsuccessful termination attempt against DC. DC saved off termination by counterclaiming against Toberoff and asserting tortious interference of its rights. The publisher was represented by Dan Petrelli, yada, 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 who just so happens to be representing Disney now in its efforts to keep rights to various Avengers characters. So, I mean, these people they've been here before. You know what I mean? They've handled the same kind of suit before, at least, the people on Disney's side. The litigation figures to focus on the Marvel method, a loose, collaborative working atmosphere where initial ideas were briefly discussed with artists responsible for taking care of the details. The Marvel method has been the subject of prior litigation, such as dispute a decade back over Ghost Rider, talking about the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider. And it will again. For example, one of the complaints filed today asserts Marvel had the right to exercise creative control over Lieber's contributions and paid Lieber a per-page rate for his work. Toberoff has a lot of experience doing this type of case. Almost a decade ago, he represented the estate of comic book legend Jack Kirby over whether he could terminate a copyright grant on Spider-Man, X-Men, The Incredible Hulk, and The Mighty Thor. In August of 2013, the Second Circuit Court of Appeals affirmed a lower court's ruling that determined Kirby's heirs couldn't wrest back his share of rights to those characters because the former Marvel freelancer had contributed his materials as a work made for hire. And that is exactly what Don M was just talking about. The artist cannot take back the rights under current copyright law because that for hire, that is their silver lining. This is why people need to chill. The MCU is not going anywhere. Even if they were like, no, we want it back. Disney, I mean, if you're going to name a company that has the money to pay somebody off, not to pay them off. That sounds dirty. I don't mean pay them off. I mean
settle.
To reach an agreement. It's Disney. Hands down. It's going to be Disney. So they will work this out. This will not end the MCU. The Kirby case was then petitioned up to the Supreme Court with the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg, RIP, signaling some interest in taking up the case. Marvel at the time fought hard against any high court review, and before the justices decided, the case was settled. Now comes the litigation, which figures to pick up where earlier ones left off. Marvel suit calls the latest controversy virtually identical circumstances to Kirby's. If the plaintiffs win, Disney expects to at least hold on to at least a share of character rights as co-owners. The studio would have to share profits with the others. Additionally, the termination provisions of copyright law only apply in the United States, allowing Disney to continue to control and profit from foreign exploitation.
So you see how fucking weird these copyright laws are.
They are weird. Copyright law is a strange
realm.
If you've ever checked it out.
You literally have to get a fucking degree and concentration on copyright laws.
Yes.
It is insane because that last sentence alone, if they win, if the plaintiff wins, that means the ownership will go back to the creator's estate, but only in the United States.
Yeah.
Meaning any other foreign type of marketing and revenue that comes from these movies would just go back to Disney.
Yeah.
Which, granted, that's still a lot of money,
Right.
but it's I don't even know where to go with this. You know what I mean?
I don't know. And I shouldn't say that any of this is set in stone because, again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. I'm not a copyright lawyer. I mean, I have no idea. But kind of what I've gathered from what I've read from kind of my own opinion and what I kind of think about this, I think Disney will reach a settlement with them. I think money is what makes this thing go round. You know what I mean? And that sounds dirty and weird, but I don't mean it to be that way, but it's the truth. I mean, the MCU is a huge moneymaker for Disney.
It
is.
is.
I mean, even Sony, who doesn't own it, is gonna. I mean, Spider-Man: No Way Home. I don't know what exactly the deal between Disney and Sony looks like, but I mean, dude, they're gonna make a ton off of Spider-Man: No Way Home, and a ton off of Venom: Let There Be Carnage, and a ton off of Morbius because they're starting to combine it with this MCU thing. So I mean, it is gonna be wild, but I think everybody can rest assured. I don't think that the MCU is going to go anywhere. I think it's going to be just fine. I think if anything, they will pay Stan Lee's family. They will pay Steve Ditko's family. They will give them the settlement that they believe they deserve. I mean, I'm not going to, I'm not going to pick a side. I know Disney can be dirty. I know I'm not one of the people that's going to defend Disney no matter what, because I know Disney is a monopoly. I mean, it is, Would you agree with
that? Yeah, it is.
We're probably going to get canceled for that. The stream is about to shut down because Disney's going to cancel it.
Well, Disney likes to teeter-totter around that term just a little bit. They like to get close to the line, but they do everything. I feel like they probably do everything right to accommodate those that feel like they've been wronged.
Definitely,
decently so. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because all these other lawsuits that they've been in, I mean, it's kind of just been like it's been taken care of and it's been thrown on the rug pretty much.
Yeah. Well, and like Julie even brought something up, like what would Stan Lee want? You know what I mean? Would Stan Lee want this? Would Steve Ditko want this? Would they want?
For fuck's sakes, man! Like you can't ask that question.
I know. I don't know. I'm just making conversation. I mean, it's a big discussion. I mean, it's a discussion about some of the biggest properties in entertainment.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So let's check out some of these. Let's check out what you guys are saying in the chat. Mr. Myers says Disney dirty.
Disney dirty.
Disney. There you go. You heard it here first, people. Michael Myers does not like Disney.
From Myers himself.
Just wait until Disney buys Michael Myers. When they buy the Halloween franchise. It's funny that when Marvel was basically bankrupt, these copyright lawsuits weren't happening. Brad is right about it being all about the money. And I mean, I think they really do care about wanting to tell quality stories. I do. But in the end, I mean, look at what Shang-Chi just did. I mean, Shang-Chi broke a record during a pandemic.
Yeah.
I mean, there are studios that are going under right now because their movies are underperforming. And this MCU movie that let's rewind here. No, there were a lot of people that were like, I don't care about Shang-Chi. Like, that's not like, I don't care about that. And it broke records during the pandemic when other films aren't even making their production budget back. Like, the MCU has got some serious worth, and it's not going anywhere. So, entertainment TV, excuse me, Spider-Man: No Way Home, I think will be the first movie in the pandemic to make over $100 million on its opening weekend and make $1 billion. Dude,
damn.
I am not gonna lie to you. That wouldn't surprise me. It'll surprise the crap out of me if Halloween Kills makes $80 million in his opening weekend or something like that. Like, that'll shock me. But it will not shock me if Spider-Man No Way Home makes a ton of money. That is arguably the most anticipated movie of the year.
Yeah, 100% agree on that.
I mean,
There's no questioning that.
Yeah, for sure. He also says, I feel like Shang-Chi would have made 90, 100 million or $1 billion. Oh, yeah, man. Shang-Chi would have destroyed. Shang-Chi, Black Widow, they would have destroyed at the box office. And they have in their own right during what, I mean, obviously the pandemic has an effect on it. But, I mean, Shang-Chi would have destroyed, man, if if it weren't for the pandemic. So
yeah.
Darren says Spider-Man No Way Home gold, dude. Don't tease me like that, Darren. You're slipping the tease, man. You can't do that. Have you seen? I don't know what capacity you work for Sony, and I mean, I don't even expect you to tell us that. Have you seen it? Do you know anything about the plot? Again, I'm not asking you to say. Just do you know anything about the plot? That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting, but please don't spoil it.
No, please don't spoil it.
Sakes,
I'll tell you what, that's one movie. I feel like we've heard so much about it. I'm like, just let it happen. Like, I don't need another trailer. I don't need any of that shit. Just let it happen. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And same thing about Halloween Kills. I'm like, at this point, I mean, I don't know. I know things about. I've heard things about Spider-Man No Way Home. I've heard things about Halloween Kills from people that I trust. On in this whole movie community. So I don't know. We'll see. I think Spider-Man No Way Home is arguably the worst kept secret in Hollywood right now, though.
It is 100%.
And I think if Toby and Andrew aren't in it, if we, if the things that people are expecting to happen don't happen, it'll be a huge disappointment.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be like the Visions thing. Like, it just got blown way out of proportions. Paul Bettany said, "Oh, there's gonna be a great cameo, guys," and then that cameo ended up being himself.
Yeah. Entertainment TV says he thinks Venom 2 will beat Shang-Chi or come close.
I don't know. I love how both of us just went. No, because Shang-Chi was just culturally impactful, man. Like, it hit. It literally connected an entire culture. You gotta understand.
It was that. It was word of mouth, because I know a lot of people. I mean, even our buddies and our friends. I mean, a lot of people were like, I don't really care about Shang-Chi, and then they went and saw it, and they were like, that was actually really good. Like, it was really cool.
You remember how much if you guys are gonna watch like our first like episode, those of you that mentioned it, you should probably watch our reaction to Shang-Chi. We were not expecting anything from that.
Yeah, definitely. If Don M says if Toby and Andrew aren't in it, we riot.
It's riots, yeah.
Ooh, Darren, my man, he says not everything you hear is untrue.
Damn, dude. Fuck. Damn. Okay.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. You said everything I needed to hear in one non-spoiler sentence. That makes me excited, man. That's awesome.
Did they make you write that? Did they make you say that? I feel like when you work in Sony, they give you a pamphlet of shit you can say that would be interesting but not spoil anything if anyone asks you.
Dude, I love all of the memes that have come out of Spider-Man No Way Home are freaking hilarious. Like, even all the Marvel stuff, like when Andrew Garfield was on the Tonight Show the other night, it's like it had the picture of him and Jimmy Fallon, and he's like, I don't know anything about Spider-Man No Way Home, like, stop asking me. And then the bottom is like Kevin Feige with a sniper rifle. I saw an update from another YouTuber who frequently covers a lot of like the Marvel leaks and stuff like that, and he had said, there was something that leaked about Fantastic Four, or supposedly leaked. I'm not going to talk about that right now. But they were talking about Fantastic Four, and he was like, somewhere Kevin Feige just murdered 6 people for leaking stuff about Marvel. So yeah, man. But I'm super excited. Halloween Kills and Spider-Man No Way Home. They're my two most anticipated movies of the year, wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
I mean, we've
And
talked about
just
the two
in
of them.
general, people agree that's probably the most
yeah.
anticipated one. Yeah.
Definitely. J-Dead says not everything you hear is untrue. Boy, you're messing with my emotions. Seriously though, dude.
That really was
messing with us. So speaking of Halloween Kills, we're about an hour and a half in. Let's talk Halloween Kills. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw this up there. This is not a crazy spoiler. This is not inside information that we have. We don't have any inside information. This came from Jamie Lee Curtis herself. I know a lot of people were talking about this in a lot of the Halloween fan pages and the groups on Facebook, in the Killer Flicks group, in the Halloween fans group, and the Halloween Kills Ends discussion group. I mean, it's been everywhere at this point. And I did post it on I'm leery about what spoilery type things I post on our social media, but this is out there. It's on Jamie Lee Curtis's personal Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Like, she put it out there
on her TikTok.
So don't blame us if you're spoiled. Again, spoiler alert. If you don't want to know anything about Halloween Kills, I would bug out now. It's been nice hanging out with you. We love you, but we'll talk to you later. Because this is a little bit of a spoiler, and I'm kind of shocked at how this even came about, because I feel like people try so hard to keep major details about these films under wraps, but I don't know. Darren says, is it really a spoiler? I've heard this for months. It really didn't ruin anything, because Miguel didn't believe me. I tried to tell this to Miguel about a month ago, and he was like, there's no way in hell that this is true. Final warning, if you want to know nothing about Halloween Kills, I'm about to pull the image up. So yesterday, was it yesterday, day before, one of those two, Jamie Lee Curtis posted this image on her public social media. Halloween content. Laurie and Hawkins. Were they? Will they? The wonderful actor Will Patton, so great in Minari last year, brings depth and complexity to Officer Hawkins. Really love my scene partner and our director, David Gordon Green. This new film is terrifying. And of course, she tagged Halloween, she tagged Blumhouse, she tagged Universal and Peacock. And there you have it. Hawkins survived. Hawkins survived his run-in with Sartain. Now, Miguel, I know you're going to have extremely strong feelings about this, because
fucking how, guys, how did he survive? My man got stabbed in the neck, and he got ran over. My man got stabbed in the neck. He was on the floor breathing. How?
But I didn't think he was. I don't know. I'll have to go back and rewatch that first teaser, because I didn't realize he was breathing. Like, I thought it was just showing his body there. Because, like, I know it was raining and, like, you heard leaves blowing and stuff, but I don't know. I'll have to go back and rewatch that, Darren. So, yeah. Hawkins has survived.
Coach Bill is on the strong side.
Hawkins is there, man. And he looks decent. Like, the man got run over. He's got to be paralyzed, at least.
Yeah, he's got to.
Wouldn't you think? He
got ran over by a fucking cruiser.
You got to think he's probably lost a ton of blood, because he got stabbed in the neck. It was that weird, creepy pen thing that Sartain had. He got stabbed in the neck. Plus, he got run over by the car. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck. Okay, you know what? I found out what it was. It was a fucking script. It's like it's a known thing called plot armor. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just it's the same.
Plot
It's the
armor.
same. It's the same thing that you see all the time with like if you guys have watched Game of Thrones and you wonder how the fuck did this guy survive? It's like plot armor. He needed to be in the plot. That's what it was.
Well, and it makes sense. And I think that's why they had him survive, because obviously he said to Lori he was the responding officer that night. Or Frank said it, or I don't remember who said it. One of them said he was the responding officer that night. So like when Loomis was chasing, after Loomis shoots Michael off the balcony, and of course we've seen that other picture. I don't have it to pull up. Again, if you want to know nothing, this is a bigger spoiler than what we just talked about. The picture of Loomis and all of the cops surrounding the Myers house from the final Halloween Kills trailer. Hawkins is one of those. I assume Hawkins is one of those police officers. I mean, if he was one of the first responding cops to the scene in 1978, I mean, I would assume he's in the flashback. Maybe they'll use that to kind of springboard into the flashback. Again, we haven't read the script. I don't know exactly how the flashback works. I don't know where it comes into the movie, if it's beginning, end, middle. I don't know where it falls. But yeah, so interesting. Darren says, yeah, exactly. He said it's the same night and he looks ready to roll. I swear.
Right? It's like Coach Boone
Hawkins
gave him a call and he says, "Hey, I need you at practice tomorrow. So you better be ready."
But I'm sick, bro. He's like, I need you gotta be there.
Gotta be there.
You have to be there. You have to. I swear, if Hawkins is out running around with the mob,
I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm
gonna
lose
you got
my
stabbed
shit.
in the throat and ran over by
I will give it
a car.
I will give it literally 2 stars if I see Hawkins just run around the mob. I said that's not supposed to happen. Okay.
Miguel's gonna walk out of the theater. If Hawkins is walking, Miguel's gonna get up and leave.
Yeah, fucking hell. Because I don't know how this man does it.
Yeah. This isn't a spoiler, but they also let you know that Lori and Hawkins hooked up. Yeah, I kind of got that because she said, were they? Will they? It was like, what? Like, are we kind of hinting at like Lori and Hawkins being a thing? Like,
are they gonna bone in the hospital? Is that what we're fucking getting at?
No, I think this is a past thing. Like,
a flashback boning scene. Wow,
like Jay did said,
they're going for it now.
Well, you got to think Lori got stabbed a couple of times too, and thrown off of a balcony.
I'm talking about like in the flashback. So like what you're saying is after Lori just went through a traumatic experience, she says, "You know what? That Hawkins, man, that officer, man, I'm gonna jump on that.
He's hot. Like he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's hot. You know what?
See, Miguel, Entertainment TV is with you.
Yeah, I really don't understand how the fuck he survived. And again, it's just plot armor. Which, by the way, I don't know if you saw.
True. He went to space and blew up an asteroid. Of course he did.
Yep.
Of course
if you did. Like, look at, pull up Myers' comment with that one cracked me up so much.
Plot armor holds me back from my filled potential.
That is great.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just like, were they? Will they? So that implies not only that they were a thing in the past, but it also implies that maybe they will be a thing. Maybe they kind of rekindle their relationship a little bit in the hospital. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, after each of them gets stabbed, obviously is gonna, bring up some hidden flames.
Yeah. Mr. Myers says, when will my job end? Hopefully they don't have a kid or else I swear Michael's gonna be 106 and he'll be with his cane.
No longer a kitchen knife, a fucking cane. He MacGyvers it.
Hogan people just like
he breaks the edge and he just takes the kitchen knife.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Riley says, "Hi Brad, hi Miguel. Hey buddy. We love you.
Hey buddy.
It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here."
Okay, I'll keep my
Entertainment TV says just need to stay off social media until the movie comes out. I mean, that's true. Didn't you mute the Halloween groups, Miguel?
Yeah, and also I think I saw recently that Jamie Lee Curtis is on, the way I said, TikTok, because that's the way she did it. She said if you want exclusive content for the Halloween movies. Just give this a follow. I said, no. I said, I love you, Jamie.
Dude,
but
it's
no.
funny because when I like the comments to this post were hilarious because she was like she posted this whole thing, and when people saw Hawkins, they were in the comments, they were like, what the hell is wrong with you? There was so funny. I wish I would have found it. Oh God, I hate myself. I should have how did you put it on here? Somebody posted the picture. I'm not a forgive me, I'm gonna get destroyed for this. What is the Star Wars where that whole Anakin take the high ground, the whole where it shows him become Darth Vader? Which one is that?
Revenge of the Sith. Episode
Okay,
3.
Revenge of the Sith. There was one where it was Jamie Lee Curtis, and it was like, you were supposed to defend us from spoilers, not spoil it.
That's great.
Like she's
I love
literally
that.
the starring role, and she's spoiling the movie for people. It was just funny. J Dead says Shamey got a few Activias in her, and she's built the beans.
I love that. I love how people
Activia.
just join that joke. It's great.
You said that a few times though. When we watched 18 for the first time, you were like,
Yeah, because like
jacked on that.
before,
When like
because if
Michael
I'm being
stabs her
honest,
and throws her over the roof, you were like, she's jacked on that Activia. That's why she's making it.
yeah, pretty much. Because honestly, like whenever, like I never watched Halloween back then, so like I didn't really know what Jamie Lee Curtis was known for. But honestly, like whenever the only reason why I knew Jamie Lee Curtis was from Activia, like that was it, and Freaky Friday, of course. That's the only way I knew her from.
You're kidding me.
Yep, from
You're
Activia and Freaky
joking
Friday.
me.
The only way I knew her.
Well, guys,
Fight
it's
me,
been
Captain
fun.
Kirk.
It's been fun, but I'm gonna go.
Hey man, I'm sorry. It's the way it is.
Oh boy. So yeah, that was a good one. I mean, Hawkins has survived. If you're just coming, first of all, spoiler alert, if you're just joining us. Second of all, Hawkins survives. He is here. He is alive. He is in the hospital. Even right now, they're like, God, I've always thought you were so hot. I've always liked you, Jamie.
Dude, that's like behind this. That's a behind the scenes picture. They
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
hooked up behind the set. I'm 100% certain.
They're
You see
both
them
married.
eyes, huh?
They're both married. And Jamie Lee Curtis is married to like a prince or something like that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Really.
Damn, she stepped up from the 80s
Like,
horror movies.
seriously. Yeah.
Good job for
Darren
her.
says Hawkins was clearly a fan favorite. Is it a possibility that the scaled down Ends movie could involve Hawkins complete a 3-picture arc? Ooh, that's interesting. That's an interesting thought. I'm sure that'll be something. I'm sure.
Hawkins was probably one of my favorite characters in the 2018.
Oh yeah, he was good.
Halloween.
Will Patton
Yeah.
is a great character actor. Like he's
He
he's very good at bringing like individual roles to life and like making that like even in is it Deep Impact? Or
Yeah,
is
with
it
the asteroid.
Is it Deep Impact?
Armageddon.
Or Armageddon. I get the two of them mixed up because they came out like the same year.
They really did. Though.
They literally came the same year. I confuse the crap out of them all the time.
Yeah, we can.
In Armageddon, like he's not the main character, but like he's good. Like he's good in everything he's in.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely. Art says Freaky Friday was awesome, dude. I love Freaky Friday. I remember watching Freaky Friday with my mom for the first time ever. If my mom is watching, I don't remember if we saw it in the movie theater, but I remember watching that movie a ton. I loved her in Freaky Friday. J Dead says, fun fact, Jose Canseco? I don't know who that is. Was on Activia back in the day.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
Jose Canseco.
I
A
don't know.
baseball outfielder. That's where we're getting at.
He was on
Dude,
that.
jacked.
Activia. Yeah. This reminds me of Killing Eve when Nico gets stabbed through the neck with a pitchfork and survives. I've never seen Killing Eve. I've seen that's on AMC, I believe, right? Because I feel like I've seen like after The Walking Dead or during The Walking Dead, when I'm watching The Dead, I've seen like promos for Killing Eve before, but I don't think I've ever actually watched it.
Okay.
I am out of beer, Miguel.
We'll have to check that out.
Definitely. Hawking should have been in Halloween 2018 more. Yeah, I agree with that. But the fact that he survives, I feel like maybe that's why
He's mainly going to be there
wasn't
for
in it more,
exposition's sake.
because that was mainly the beginning of his story. Sartain shows up in the end credits with just a few. I'll die. I will die. Did you see that, Miguel? He said
Oh my
Sartain
God.
shows up in the end credits with just a few stitches across his forehead.
Sartain was probably the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Sartain's the psychologist, right?
Oh yeah,
The
he's the guy who
psychotherapist?
took over who was Loomis's student and like took over for Loomis when he died with Michael.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
If he comes back with like stitches on the forehead, I want an even more gruesome death.
Dude, that man is splattered all over the ground. There is no way. If Sartain survives, I'll walk out of the movie theater with you. I'll go with you. Yeah,
it's
man,
that
definitely.
plot armor, man. That plot armor.
The paramedics came and like pieced him back together.
Pretty much, man.
Dude, I stand by that though. Dude, when he put the mask on in the movie theater, when he stood up with the mask on and Allison screamed, I was like,
I looked at Brad immediately.
Like, what are we doing?
I looked at Brad and I said,
it's like, please.
I looked at him and I was like, where are we going with this?
There was one reaction. Here was Miguel. So like Sartain stabs Hawkins and he takes the mask off of Michael and puts it on. Here's Miguel.
You serious?
Did you have that prepped?
I do. I have that prepped. I have that as one of our little bits on here. Are you serious? That was every Halloween fan when Sartain put on the mask. They were like, "Are you?"
Yeah. I was like, where
like,
where are we going with this, guys?
What? Like, what? Like, what are you doing? The Slaughtered Lamb says Sartain almost crashed the meet. Seriously, though,
really did.
Like, I really thought the whole thing was about. Like, we were going so strong, and when he stood up and put the mask on, I was like, "Oh boy, shit!" I was like, "This is it." Okay, like okay, this has been fun. We had him in the first half.
Yeah,
but it's over now.
This is our white horse, guys. This was our white horse. So get ready.
He's the white horse. He's the Sherry Moon zombie of the
if he comes back, if he comes back as a fucking ghost and just leads Michael around town, I'm walking out again. See,
what we don't know yet is that Blumhouse is really preparing to build the HCU, the Halloween Cinematic Universe.
No.
Mr. Myers says, "Oh no, yeah." Michael, what were you thinking in those Rob Zombie movies, man?
He was thinking, I need a shower. He said, why am I eating a dog?
Well, he ate a dog in the first one, though.
Did he really?
You're an idiot. Yes.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he eats a dog in the first one. Darren says a Sartain spin.
It's exactly what you want, Brad, but the wrong character.
The whole thing, the entire movie would just be him being like, I've studied him. I've watched him. It would be literally an hour and a half of just Sartain like ASMR, like, I've waited. I've watched.
Golly, you better stop. I fucking hate ASMR. Those are the fucking worst things. Those are the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. You guys remember like the weird ASMR? Like it was like, I'm sorry, no prejudice stereotypes, but it'd be like an Asian woman eating like food. It'd be like these like weird like seafood stuff, and he's like, it made me.
I don't know how that's appealing to anybody.
It made me want to stab my fucking ears, and I would see that every time, every 2 or 3 swipes I go on Facebook, it'd be a fucking variation of that video. And I swear to God, I'd much rather have Michael Myers stomp my head in than hear that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know. Let's see. Entertainment TV says they probably have flashbacks of Sartain and Halloween Ends.
They
I don't
probably
know if it's
do.
needed, man. I don't know if it's needed. Like they could, I mean, but I really don't know if it's needed. I would rather have Loomis flashbacks and have, I don't know, the guy who, which I think, I don't remember if Dave McRae said this on his show the other day. I don't know. I don't remember who said it or if Sean said it on Phantom Empire. I don't know. But I think the guy playing Loomis in Kills was like somebody on set that looked like him. And they were like, come here. Like, we need you. Like, here, we're going to use you. And little does he know, he's like the biggest thing in the whole movie. Sartain was Dollar Store.
Dollar Store Loomis.
Dude, he really was.
Yeah.
Mr. Myers says, first one I liked, but the second one was way too much Rob Zombie. I agree. I actually really enjoy the first Rob Zombie Halloween. Like, I mean, it's its own thing, but I really enjoy it. And I've said this famously. We have a video about this on our channel, like an older video. I mean, I think Rob Zombie's H2, the first 20 minutes when the whole hospital chase and how that goes down, Brackett finding Laurie in the street with the gun, like that is 20 minutes of some of the greatest footage in the entire Halloween franchise. But the minute that she wakes up in the dream, it's like,
Bye.
oh, it's like, okay, never mind. And it's just like you're just ripped out of it.
There was a couple like really sad like moments in the second Rob Zombie, which I won't spoil it, but there was a couple like sad moments over there. Like I forgot what her name
you
was.
can spoil it. Everybody's seen that one.
Oh, okay. What was her name?
It's been a decade. Like
what was her name? There was one like, you know, pretty like hard scene. I was like, oh damn.
Oh, Annie's death?
Yeah,
oh
Annie's.
my god. Dude.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. Did she die? I think
Danielle Harris's death in H2 is definitely one of the most emotional scenes in all of the entire franchise. That is one of the better scenes of the entire franchise. And like seeing Brackett like look at her and realize that like Michael is like back and that he found her again, like that is a really, really heavy scene. Riley, we love you, buddy.
Love you.
Glad you were here. So let's do this. We're at 1 hour and 53 minutes. Let's take the next 10 minutes or so. We'll go to maybe 2:05. We'll see. Any questions you guys have, throw them in the chat. Whatever you guys want to talk about. We've talked about a lot of things. We've talked about our channel updates, our new shows come to the channel. We've talked about the whole Marvel thing. We've talked about Halloween Kills. Whatever questions you guys have, drop them in the chat, and we're passing it to you.
Pass the torch.
We'll go for a few minutes. Passing the torch. Passing the torch. Entertainment TV says, I feel like Rob Zombie 1 could have been better for me if they would have took out Michael's childhood. I would agree. I mean, I would agree. I would. Definitely. Slaughtered Lamb says, I gotta go, guys. It's 3 a.m. here. Love your content, JK.
3
Man, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
I don't know. Man, Darren,
right
go
there.
to bed, dude. Have a good night. We'll talk to you soon. We will definitely hit you guys up. And we'll get together with you guys and we'll do something. So have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Yeah, I would agree with you, Entertainment TV. I think Rob Zombie's H1 was really good. I mean, that was the first Halloween movie I saw in the theater. Was Rob Zombie's H1.
It was.
It was a good one, man. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it worked for his movie. Would I have wanted the original one to? I don't know. I don't think I would have wanted the original one to show his childhood because that's kind of like, whatever. But, you know.
Well, I mean, I would try to like, reiterate what you said. Like the reason why Michael Myers is so scary is because you didn't really know his reasoning.
Right. You have no idea why he's doing what he's doing. He's just doing what he's doing, like for no reason. And that's almost scarier because you can't reason with him. I mean, it goes back to Loomis's speech, which I have framed. I have it's a picture of Myers from 2018, and it's got Loomis's speech, whole, I met him 15 years ago, whatever, his whole spiel. Mr. Myers says, try to contact We Watched the Movie. We have, man. So we'll we definitely plan on getting together with Mike and Jay. And it's funny because Mike and Jay are a huge reason why this show exists and why this channel exists, because I found their channel 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, 3 years ago, somewhere in there. And yeah, man, they're fantastic. They're my go-to. I love them.
Great group of guys.
So
I saw Mike,
Yeah.
and I ran into Mike. I think a few weeks ago. He's a good guy. I love him to death. They're great folks.
If you guys don't know, we live in Kentucky. We're Central Kentucky people too. So I mean, Miguel actually was at a bar one night. I was coming home from work, and Miguel was like, "Yeah, I ran into Mike." I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "I want to hang out with you guys, man." So Miguel and Mike hung out at the bar for a night, and that was pretty cool. Entertainment TV says, so Halloween Kills will have more kills than Rob Zombie and Scarier. Yes, I have heard. Sean actually said the other day on Phantom Empire, Halloween Kills has more kills in it than the month of October has days. So it's gonna be wild.
So we know
it is gonna be
kills.
Crazy in the pants. Do you think Halloween Ends can beat Halloween Kills? I don't know.
We don't know because we haven't been told anything about it.
We're going to have to see how Halloween Kills goes. I've heard that because we were shocked. I was shell-shocked because I think the original plan was to have all 3 films in the trilogy take place on the same night. And I think we were both shocked when we found out that Kills and Ends didn't take place on the same night.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see how Halloween Kills ends before we see how ends, or before we. I don't know. We'll have to see. I know there's a lot. Words are hard. I prefer Zombie's unrated version of Halloween. I do too. I think every single time I usually watch Rob Zombie's Halloween, I usually watch the unrated version. Mr. Myers says, "Gotta go. Phone's about to die, dude." Michael, you don't need a phone.
I didn't know Michael used a phone. Is that how you are able to get by really quick? Is that how you're able to stay away from these people?
He's got a police scanner on his phone, so he's just like, okay, I gotta go this way.
I gotta go this way.
Good night, man. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. You
wait, Michael sleeps?
I know you sleep, you pee, you poop, you do all these things.
Are you even normal?
Are you even human? Ends can probably make up Halloween Kills box office since it's on Peacock. Yeah, I would agree. Yep. I think Ends will. Let me rewind. Pending that we are out of the pandemic and out of craziness mode by then yeah, Ends will probably do better. But again, it depends on pandemic stuff.
It really does, because we may who knows, we may enter year 3 or fucking year 4 or 5.
I know. I'm just at this point. I'm like, oh my god! Please go get your vaccine. Let's end this thing, man. Let's go. Entertainment TV also says Halloween Ends should just come out in theaters only. We'll have to see, man. They might do it. I mean, who knows? Who knows what is going to go on with the pandemic and with the state of the world right now. I mean, there's I don't know. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into that. I know Halloween Ends is supposed to start filming, I believe, in January, February, somewhere in there. So I mean, we should know fairly soon if it's going to be a theatrical only release or if it's going to be on Peacock or what the deal is. So we'll see. Just to recap, guys, I think we are getting close to the end of the stream. We're at the 2-hour mark. Just as a recap of our episode, we are switching to live shows, our channel updates. Let's Talk Movies Live is the new normal as we hit the 2-hour mark. We will be live every Monday and Friday. There will be a pre-recorded stream in there every once in a while, but we are going to do this live. We love this time to sit here and hang out with you guys and to chat with you all. Let's Watch Movies will come to you once or twice a month. We're going to keep that flexible. We're not going to have a set day for that, where we will sit down and watch a movie with you guys. Again, we won't show it on the screen for copyright purposes. We talked about copyright law a whole lot. But we will take some time and we will sit down and we will start a movie together. We will watch it. We will commentate and we will just have a good old time with that. And then, of course, Purely and Simply Evil, a Let's Talk Movies podcast. This is going to be a horror specific show where we are going to take a deep dive into classic horror films, 80s horror, 70s horror, 90s horror. We're just going to have a good time with that. This is where we're going to check out all the Halloweens, all the Friday the 13th. And the very first episode of Purely and Simply Evil is next Saturday, October 2nd, where we will be watching Halloween 1 and Halloween 2018 back to back. That is going to be one hell of a time hanging out with you guys. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram because we will have more to come about that. We will have a specific time, and there will be more information about our special watch-along Halloween party. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I think that is going to do it for this week's episode of Let's Talk Movies. Thank you so much to everybody for hanging out with us tonight. We went a strong 2 hours. This has been a 2 hour. It hasn't felt like 2 hours.
Not really.
It really hasn't. Like, I've had a really good time tonight. You guys are awesome for hanging out with us every Monday and Friday. Please, please, please follow us on Twitter and Instagram at We Talk the Movies. And I'm going to be posting all of this stuff. Share it with your friends. Post it in Halloween groups. Post it in horror groups. Post it in movie groups. We want to share this with you guys, especially this watch along that we're going to have where we're going to watch 1978 and 2018. That is going to be a really good time, guys. So without further ado, we will talk to you guys soon. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play this Purely and Simply Evil trailer one more time, and then we will we'll head out. So we will talk to you all soon. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys. Bye.
Bye.
I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.